G'day Hexes, the draft has fired. We're in another Kismet Draft here, and well, we've got a Scapegoat as the rare, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm probably not going to take it here, but it's not the worst rare, but it's good if you get it down in turn 1, but otherwise not the best. So I do like Temporal Exile. Portals are fantastic, so I do like this card. Bit of tempo plus the portal, of course, can give you some really nice stuff. You can just wait till you get something that you really like. Is always the upside of portal. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Corpse Flies, and I'm a huge fan of Blood. So it's between these two, really. I mean, there's other good cards like Brimstone Mystic, but then you're putting yourself in 2 colors straight away, which then might not work out. Thunderbird's pretty decent, but it's not something I take early. So, I would take the Exile here, and, then if that wheeled, that would be cool. But, I think I'm going to go with the Fly. I really like Evasive Troop plus Discard is nice. Obviously, there are times where your opponent doesn't have cards left when you do end up getting it, but, that's fine. I do like Corpse Flies, so... Yep, let's grab it. And we get past some nice shiny cards here. There's a lot of good options there. So there's a Grim Harvester, which is nice, but not something I really care to take early. The Underworld Officer here is a lot higher impact. We've also got Shackling Strands, we've got Crackling Bolt as well, Deep Freeze, several good cards here. So, where do I want to go is the question. So Bolt Spasm is good as well, so if someone taking the GOAT, maybe they're like, I'll try to do as aggressive deck as possible. Well, then Bolt Spasm is great for, Crackling Bolt as well. So 2 very nice options for if you'd want to do Ruby. So what am I taking you? Do I want the Officer? Do I want the Officer? It is a very nice card. Unblockable is very, very good. And this guy is by himself a 3/2 unblockable. But for every Underworld troop, it gets bigger and bigger. So it can do a lot of damage. Can win the game by itself. So yeah, I think I will grab it here. As much as I like Crackling Bolt and stuff. I already have 1 Blood card, so we'll go for the Blood Sapphire card here. And there's a Buccaneer. I do like Buccaneers. Buccaneers are a sweet card. Sadly not Underworld, so not going to pair with the Officer. Don't care for the Mill rare here, as Mill is just not that great, so I'm not going to bother. I'm not even going to consider it. But it is a rare, so I'll point it out. So yeah, pretty much it's Buccaneer from this pack. Thunderbird is fine as well, but it's I don't want double Sapphire, and Buccaneer is just better. So we're going to grab the Buccaneer here. So I'm okay with it so far. It's looking pretty decent, but that's expected. The first many picks, you generally get a lot of good cards when it comes to Kismet drafting, just because there's so many. So you don't need troops, yeah, no, exactly. So this is pretty good so far, and as I said, in Kismet Draft you get a lot. There's a lot of playables, so shouldn't really have problems getting those. So there's another Thunderbird there. It's pretty crazy, but Gravitross is better. It is a 2-for-1. Thunderbird. Someone getting multiple Thunderbirds can get a really nice aggressive start. Just do a number on you. So Overwhelming Guilt is great too, but I've already got 2 good Sapphire cards, so it is still early. I could take that and leave my options open, but there's nothing wrong with Gravitross. Had I been going Ruby, taking that Goat and Crackling Bolt and stuff, Searching Wildfire would have been a nice pickup here. To then go into Ruby Wild, because Wildfire is a really, really nice card. Can do a lot of work. But yeah, so we're going to take the Gravitross here. Be interesting to see if any of those Thunderbirds come back. Ooh, so really nice cards here. So, Umbral Guard, you're not going to get too much. Verdict, you'll get some stuff out of Blood potentially. But yeah, the Kohler here is just a really, really good value 2-drop. You can give it speed, which, even in a late game scenario can be good. If your opponent's swinging at you and you're swinging back and you're, maybe you just got 1 troop left each or something. Just having the 2 speed plus a charge, it's unlikely to get in late game. Obviously, if you get it down on turn 2, you've got a high probability of getting that damage plus the charge, which is very good value. So yeah, definitely what I'm going to take here. I do like the card. But yeah, and obviously, as I said, in the late game scenario, it's unlikely you're going to be able to get in with the speed, but you still have the chance if you just, you know, try and manipulate your opponent into attacking with everything, or, yeah, there's several. Okay, so, we've got Reactor Bot, which I don't care too much about. It's, you know, better suited to a Ruby Sapphire, as that's where you're going to get most of the charge gain shenanigans. The Arena Regular as well, obviously, over there, so there's someone doing that. But, so Recovery Specialist is not bad. You know, you can get back Sapphire to any artifact, technically, but I'm going to go for the Hunger here. Hunger's a good card. Being able to heal, and, you know, heal for 4 and draw 2 cards is pretty nice. It's not something you depending on your deck, you know, it's not something you want to have too many of. In a Blood Sapphire, probably 1 is where I'll you know, because I don't have, you know, like Wild is best suited, you know, Blood Wild, because of all the Death Cry effects, plus, you know, you can do this guy, you can get the charge power, all that sort of ways to just get a lot of little dudes that you're happy to sacrifice. So then, you know, once you have critical mass of just minion spam, little dudes, you can run more of this and be happy about it. So there's a rare here I might just take just because I'm a dirty rare drafter. Obviously Swoop is nice and I should be taking it, but I'm going to just take the rare because, again, I'm a dirty rare drafter. But the correct pick here for me is the Swoop. But, you know, I don't care. I don't take my drafts too seriously most of the time. Very funny there, Shafty. Very funny. So, there's a Sappers, but we'll take this Swoop now. Sappers is good. It's while it has a limited reach, you know, only 2 damage, can go face, and 2 damage is still enough to kill a lot of things. You know, it has a lot of targets, so it's not a bad pickup here. But I do like 2-for-1s. You know, who doesn't like 2-for-1s? So we'll grab this here. You know, some Blood Wild players got a nice pick here, and there's a Sensei for someone else. So some nice cards there. But yeah, so we'll take the Swoop. No shame, man. I take all the rares. Another reason for that, though, is that, you know, I know I'm going to get enough playables. You know, when it comes to Kismet drafting, it's, I mean, even if you're not doing Kismet drafting, it's still not too hard. I mean, sometimes if you go too greedy, just taking all these rares, then you might not, right? But it's not too hard when it comes to Kismet drafting. So I'm happy to just pass up some stuff to take some rares. Why not? So I don't think I really care for too much. Gruesome Deed's okay. I'm going to just take the coin, though. Let's take the coin. We can use it as a combat trick. So I don't care for this guy too much. If I had, you know, several Buccaneers already, then or you know, these guys here. I mean, it works fine with Gravitros as well. It's just, you know, it's yeah, it's fine. But you don't really want to, you know, take stuff off the board because that's a lot of resources you have to do that. I might just take the coin. Yeah, let's just take a coin. It's a good coin. 2 damage coin. Now that I've got 2 coins, maybe I'll get more, and then I run 17 resources, which then makes this guy decent playable as well. Like, I don't like to run this type of card when I run 16 resources, because you're less likely to have, you know, a heap of shards, you know, in your hand. Even if it's you know, it's just one shard difference, it is still obviously a little bit less likely. But I don't really care for vampires either. But yeah, I'll take this guy. We'll take this little Fluber, I guess, but we don't really care about running it. For now, we'll put that in there. But this is we'll put the resources in there as well, just so we can see the numbers of what we have, the definite playables. So yeah, so far not bad. I did actually have a draft maybe a week or so ago, where I got, I think, 3 of these guys. It was pretty sweet. I think I got 1 early, and then 2 of them in the last pack, because, you know, nobody else was Blood Sapphire, I guess. So 1 Dusteed's fine. Probably won't end up running it, because I'd just rather run an evasive troop with the free portal over, you know, over that guy. Like, that's better suited when you're doing Blood Diamond Death Chant. Then it's a really nice pick. But in this scenario, I don't really care too much. So what gems can we do on this guy again? Nothing. Well, we can do Mill, which, you know, if you're doing a Mill deck, that makes it obviously a very, very nice card. But we'll take the recovery specialist here and put him in the reserves in case we get a bunch of artifacts. Don't really care for any of those either. Let's deny the cultivator, even though denying isn't really that important. I'll do it anyway, just because whatever. Why not? So, not the best first pack, definitely not the best. But I got some okay cards here, so it's fine. So we get rewarded with a bit of a nice hit here. Oh, what the flubes? My phone. What's this? All right, let me just quickly reply to this. All right, I'll see what. So the stuff, you know, the good cards for me, you know, you got the Mordrim obviously, which I'm gonna take. Buccaneer would be great as well to have. Bleeding Heart's good as well, and as well as, I mean, Deadeye, and then, you know, Webs. Webs is not something I'd prioritize early, but it can be nice. But yeah, these are the four I like. I'm gonna take the rare though. I mean, I'm a dirty rare drafter, and it's also a pretty good rare. So, and I have now, you know, it's another Underworld troop. Ooh, okay, so I can run this rare. It's not, you know, my deck isn't about mill, but this turns your deck into a mill deck if it hits in, so no worries, let's take it. So yeah, a lot of nice cards here in this pack. Look at these prismatic flubes right there, all the prismatic flubes. Haven't really seen many watchers. I think that's like the first, I mean, I haven't really been paying full attention, so maybe there has been them. But maybe someone's already grabbing a heap of them. Nice gilt there. Another pomegranate, but yeah, all the prismatics. But happy to grab the rare. That's you know, can be very, very good. It can be very good. So we'll grab that. So let's see. So necrotic. That's it, right? Let's see. So yeah, we've got 3 necrotics. So the necrotic champion, if we get a lot more, if you need way more than 3, is a possibility. If we can do that, that would be not bad, because you'll every time you play a necrotic, you gain a charge, which is pretty nice. And also the effect it does is also not bad. So another gilt for someone there, damn. Alright, so we have another good unblockable card here. So Dream Thief is pretty sweet. It also buries cards, so it gives me now, you know, a different way to win. But another unblockable is good. We've got unblockable here, and then we've got, you know, mill and mill here, so double bury, I should say. And so Deadeye on the Wheel would be great. Crackling Tide or Sentence would be fine too, or even a Disruptor Drone. But yeah, we're definitely taking this. So this is working out rather nicely for the Blood Sapphire so far. Alright, let me reply to this text. So, Alright, so what do we got? Dingle Dance is good. Don't really care too much about this guy. I need some removals, so Dingle Dance is a good pickup here. But, you know, it's every time you play a resource, that's another unblockable, which is not bad, but don't care too much. If it was necrotic, I'd be maybe like, you know what? But yeah, so this pack overall pretty flubes for me anyway. Just 2 real viable options. I mean, this 2-drop is not the worst. It's a 2/2 that will ping someone randomly. But yeah, definitely taking the Dingle Dance, of course. Not bad. Oh, alright, so Umbral Guard. Oh, there's a rare! Don't really need another swoop. 3 is not too many. Don't get me wrong, 3 is not too many. But I do need to consider my, you know, my curve. So we've got 3 5-drops. I don't have, you know, I need more 2s, so that's obvious. Spoil is not something I'd pick early though. So I'm considering the Umbral Guard. I could just be a dirty red drafter, because I mean, Umbral Guard does have obviously the evasive ability here. You know, you can do damage without having to need to swing, which is obviously good. But I don't have any verdicts, so it's not all that great. So I think I'd just be a dirty red drafter, and that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's an okay rare, but yeah, whatever. Flibbity floobs. So I'm gonna take an ice here, as I don't care to have another one of these. Actually, you know what, we'll get a bit of a graphical glitch. Let me fix that. I will bring this one out for now, and because yeah, I don't really care to have 2 of him. I want different. You know, I'd rather have better 2-drops. Interesting to note that I didn't actually mention earlier is that none of those Thunderbirds wheeled. So we're definitely not, the only one in Sapphire or anything. But the Ice here is the pick for sure. Some really nice, this is a nice wild card. Howling Brave can be nice as well. Ardent Officer, obviously, for Ruby Diamond is great if you've got all the Ardent. But yeah, Ice is what I want there. Another Ringmaster, that's pretty scary. But Deadeye is a good pickup. Sadly not a Necrotic, but it is an Underworld. So it will help out the Officer. And just gives me another 2-drop that I need. So that's not bad. So we'll grab that. Nothing else worth mentioning really there. What do we got? It's a bunch of floops. Another Night Sky Prophet. Damn. Maybe I should have been in Wild. That's pretty crazy. But I might just deny that here because I don't care for either of these. They're pretty much garbage. They're the garbage. So yeah, nothing I care for. So we'll just take that out. 'Tis fine. What do we got? Another Deadeye is good. I'll take that. Yep, that's pretty good. So now I've got some more 2s, which is two drops are some of the most important. You need to have a lot of them. Followed by your 3s, and obviously the higher it costs, the less you want. So I don't really care for this. I'm not probably likely to run a Death Chant just because there's not a whole lot of synergy within Blood Sapphire, so it's not going to do a whole lot. I might take it just cause, but unlikely I'll include it in my deck. So there's nothing else here that I care for. I mean, I could take the webs. Maybe I do take the webs. Might as well. But yeah, so Death Chant is generally you want to run it in Blood Diamond. And that's about it really for them. I mean, it can, as I mentioned in my article, you can do it in Blood Wild. It's just you're not going to get as many triggers as you can out of Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond is just ridiculous. The amount of triggers in Wild. I mean, if you get enough Verdant Chants, you can still get a lot of crazy stuff happening, but it's just not as consistent. So another Deadeye is fine, I think, is what I want here. Yeah, let's go for it. 3 Deadeyes. Not bad. So we'll just deny a Marsh Pits Troll here. But yeah, so I put the webs in reserve for now because I'm not. It's not. It's fine, but I don't really care for it too much. So I'm fairly sure I'm going to get better cards. So we still got a whole pack to go. So I like to draft based on what it's likely going to stay in my deck. Like this Umbral Guard, probably not going to stay in my deck. So I'll take it out for now because I'm fairly positive, based on how many picks I already have and how many cards there are still to go, that I'm going to just get better cards. So take them out for now. How you going there, Soptrop? So is it possible to make a winning deck drafting only the rares and add some filler cards? I mean, there's not enough rares, unless everybody in the draft's passing all their rares, and I guess you could. It's technically possible, but very, very unlikely. Let's just take those flubes. So, can I open a Bride of the Damned? Let's go. One time, Bride of the Damned. Here we go. Right there, Bride of the Damned. No. It's a pretty good rare, like not value-wise, but just in terms of, well, I guess not in terms of platinum value or gold value, but it is good in terms of actual playing it value. 4/3 for 4 is fine, and then it gets buffed when you play a portal. It gives you a rare portal like that. It's really nice. If you're in Ruby Wild, it's a very nice card. So Corpse Fly here is 100% the pick. So I'm happy to take that. Yeah. Happy to have a Corpse Fly, but obviously the rare is the better card, but not for me. Corpse Fly is great though, so I'm okay with this. Okay, so not recommended. Haha, thanks. Yes, indeed. It's you would have a hard time doing it. I mean, really, when it comes to drafting, you go with the flow. You can try and force stuff. I don't recommend it. Like I could have tried to force like mono ruby aggro from taking the goat, or and I could have ended up with probably a pretty decent ruby wild deck based on what I've seen. But and that honestly, you can, from your very first pick in a draft, that can dictate the rest of your draft. It very easily can. A lot of the times though, like I haven't really had any bad picks where it's like, oh, maybe I should take such and such a card to leave the option of another color open, which is something I do often. I might be 4 picks in and then take something I don't even have a color of that card yet. So it's always a good idea to leave options open if you're like, these are okay cards, but this card is easily the best card in the pack, so I'll take this and leave that option open if it works out. And that's something I could have done here. I could have, but as we saw from the first pick, I decided to go with what was my first pick? Anyway, we'll take this rare because I'm a dirty rare drafter. But so the option was the goat and the fly, I think. So the goat is not that great. So the fly, and there's another one which is great. So, but and honestly, that that can if I had taken the goat, well then I probably would have then taken the crackling bolt, and then I would have probably there's been a lot of decent ruby. Then I probably would have taken the surging wildfire, and that would have changed obviously the whole draft, right? By that one decision at the very start. Then that's, I probably would have had a pretty decent deck. But this, I think I like this based on what I remember of seeing in Ruby Wild. I mean, again, there's a Bolt Spasm, there's a Jouster, a Blight Bush, a lot of great options. I mean, this is still early in this pack, so it's expected. But it's not like Corpse Fly's not a great card, so it's all good. Could you make the top cards bigger? All right, let me have a look. So Shackling Strands is good. Needed some more removal. So I can do this view. There we go. I normally, don't, just because I don't. But yeah, I guess this is fine. There's no reason really not to. I can still see all the cards, all the relevant information. So there you go, Shadeful. So so Shackling Strands, just really good removal. Even though it doesn't remove something physically from the board, it will take them out of the action because they will not be able to attack or block anymore. So that's a good pickup. What else we got here? So there's nothing. I mean, Seer is good. Do I have enough actions? Maybe not. No, probably not. But maybe I get more actions. We're getting one here, so maybe that on the wheel would be fine. But I doubt I'm going to need it, right? I think I'm going to get plenty of playables, so I could take another swoop now. I could go for a Lackey. Sandstone Rumbler is a fantastic card if you're in Ruby. So had I been in Ruby, that would be my pick here for sure. So yeah, another Prophet as well. So yeah, Ruby Wild would have been. I mean, if I was Ruby Wild, I would take the Rumbler over the Prophet just because 5 charges is incredible. But yeah, so Swoop is fine. Does give me another 5 draw. I guess 4 of them is not too bad. And it's an evasive troop plus you get a portal, and portals are fantastic. So I'm okay with that. My early game is decent. 3 Deadeyes is good anti-aggro. Especially if your opponent plays, a 2/2 followed, and then they've just got like a lot of 1 health stuff, and they're just like, now I don't even want to play stuff. So they swing first, hope that you block, and you're like, nah, not happening. So they're like, well, if I now play up my, say they play something like this, then they can't swing because you'll just take out, both of their things. It can be really nice. So I might even take another one here. It's very likely. I mean, Spoil is good to have too. You can't always rely on Deadeyes, and I do have a Hunger, so that does help. Might even be able to get another Hunger. Wouldn't be the worst with 4 Deadeyes. The Ice would have been pretty good too as well. You know what? There's nothing here. Chlorophyll is worth something, so I'm going to take it. I'm not just a dirty rare drafter. I'm a dirty uncommon drafter. So, yeah, that is my problem when I draft. Most of the time I pick like 1 card and then get stuck. Even though I try for Sinew, I get shitted on. Yeah, I mean, it's not always wrong, to be like, all right, I got a great card in this color, and there's another good card, and there's another good card, and then you're like, oh, there's great cards in, this color and this color, and then you have to make a decision. It all boils down to that, right? You make the decision, and then, sometimes you're like, oh, well, had I done this, it would have actually worked out better. But that's, you can't kind of knowing that, from the earlier point, you kind of known that it was going to work out that way. So, it all just boils down to you have to make the choice. And so I'm happy with my decision here of going in the Blood Sapphire, based on what I've got. But, the Ruby Wild deck would have been great too, based on what we're seeing here. So we'll take the spoil now for the reserves. There's is that the one? I don't even know what pick we're at. So, pick 43. I don't think there's another one coming, but whatever, I'll just take it anyway. I'll put it over here. But, it'll just, you pick, you make a decision, and then, But yeah, quite often in my first 3-4 picks, I will sometimes have, three different color cards, and I'll be just leaving my options open. So, early on in a draft, it is a decent idea, depending on what you're seeing. If you're not seeing, like, a clear, obvious, like, oh, there's a great blood card, there's a great blood card, there's a great blood card. If there's, like, a really fantastic Sapphire card, like, say, Consult the Talon, or Mystic Naturalist, and you're like, alright, that's an easy pick. And then you see, like, a really fantastic blood card. So then it's like, even though there's a decent Sapphire card, I mean, depending on how good, and that's where it can get tough. Let me actually just pick a card here real quick. I guess we'll take another spoil. So got 2 of those now. I don't want any of this flubes. You know what? We'll take one of these just because I have the triple coastline of buck. Whatever. So, like, obviously in a scenario where you say you take Mystic Naturalist first, which is a really bomb Sapphire uncommon, and then you see a good Sapphire card and a great blood card. In a lot of cases, obviously it depends on the cards themselves, but sometimes it's correct to take the Sapphire card. Sometimes it really would. I would have to give it, exact examples of the cards because, there are a lot of cases there might be an obvious like, oh yeah, that it's good enough and it's not worth really going into blood yet, so I do recommend sticking with a mono color as far as you can, provided that the card's power is still really good. So, you get, say, a Mystic Naturalist, followed by, say, a Shackling Strands, followed by a Buccaneer, followed by a Buccaneer. Even if there was great cards, maybe stuff that is slightly higher power than, say, those Buccaneers, it's still generally recommended to stick to... Wow, what's that wheeling for? Still generally recommended to stick to that one color, and then you wait to see what's open, and then you're like, alright, now I can see that, this card here wheeled when it really probably shouldn't have, like, say for example, an Underworld Officer wheels. You're like, alright, well, no one's in Blood Sapphire, I've got a bunch of Sapphire, so Blood is probably going to be contested, but now I can, go into that other color as a potential secondary. Then you might see something like an Overwhelming Guilt as the next pick, and you're like, okay, I've got all this Sapphire, I've took an Underworld Officer at, say, pick 9, now there's a Guilt, which, is weird for that to be that late, but it does happen. So then even if there's a good Blood Sapphire card, it's still better, in my opinion, to, again, it's very, there's a lot of variables and very situational. But if you've got an example like that, it's a good idea to take that Guilt, because that's a late signal, and you're leaving your options open. So that way, if the Blood Sapphire doesn't work out, then you can go, okay, well, oh, look at all these great diamond cards, then you can go into that. So you're just hedging your bets. So, anyway, flippity flips. So that worked out okay. I didn't get, I would have liked more of certain cards, and we don't want that in the deck. So we got the 1 Priestess, I got the Rummager, so I am probably going to do 17 resources. I got ice and 2 coins up here. That is a bit more than I usually would, but we've got 4 or 5 drops, so that's fine. So that's probably what I'm going to do right there as my deck. So I could, let's see, did I have the spoil in here? No, I didn't. So I could do Entangling Webs, but I think we'll just leave it like that for now. Let's Thresholds, bloody blah. Let's go with blood. So 6 of those. Actually, so we probably want... Oh, let's look at our curve. So we've got the triple fly, so I think we just want an extra blood. Most of my other early Sapphire, you know, I've got 4 Deadeyes as well, so yeah, I think we just go for the extra blood there. So I'm going to go speed here. And I think that was my only softed troop, yep. So, Champion Power. This is, yeah, so, you know, I didn't get a Hyper Necrotic or anything like that, so going that champion that gives the charges when you play Necrotic, not really a good option. Let's just have a quick look here. So none of those I want, and the Dusty wouldn't be the worst. Maybe the Dusty's better than the Lackey. I already have enough anti-aggro. Don't really want to go attack a hero. Not that it would be the worst when I've got this many of these, but whatever. So I might do Dusty, just because if I'm running 17 shards, having another 5 isn't the worst. Got enough 2s. Yeah, let's go for it. So that puts me at 17. So champion-wise, let's have a look. So, could go for the double draw. Could go for this still, which is probably a decent option. You know, 24 health. I can, you know, take something out and maybe take out 2 things thanks to the Deadeye. You know, something with 2 health, something with 1 health. Yeah, I mean, as Shafty then is saying here, that's also something you have to be relevant of. You know, if you're taking, like, say I was using the Sapphire, you know, you take 4 good Sapphire cards and you're passing a whole bunch of Ruby. And, you know, then you should maybe just let the Ruby go. Let everyone else fight over the Ruby. So yeah, that's generally a good practice. I mean, if you do start seeing all the Ruby wheel, that's when you know, but so say for example you're taking 4 good Sapphire cards, and then you've already passed 4 good Ruby, and now there's a really good Ruby card and a good Sapphire card. You still go for the Sapphire card. You know, you've already passed a bunch of Ruby. Let everyone else go into Ruby. And yeah, continue with what you already know you're going to be in, or alternatively, say you've got the 4 good Sapphire cards, and now you've passed a whole bunch of good Ruby, and now there's a really good Ruby card and a really good Blood card, and nothing else. You know, nothing else that excites you. That's where you go for the Blood card, because you've already passed a whole bunch of good Ruby. You know, you use what you've seen previously. You know, so if there was a whole bunch of good Ruby and Blood that you've passed, well then you toss it up between which is the better card out of those 2, obviously. So, lots of variables, lots of things to consider. So yeah, champion power here. What do I want to do? So Renner is okay, but you know, you can just steal a shard, which is flute. Sapphire. So, let's have a look here. So, got some unblockable flutes, got some flyers. So, you know, I don't think... Yeah, I've got a lot of flyers anyway and all that sort of shenanigans. So I don't think I want to go what's it called? Soaring Talon. You know, it would be nice to obviously give, you know, Dusty Flight plus Boglam, you know, Boglam especially would be really nice with Flight, but it's just 1 card in my deck. You know, that's the main thing I would like to hit. You know, most of my other stuff doesn't need it. You know, I'd probably still have targets, but you know, whatever. So I think we just go with the Ixo. I think that's what I like here. Just because, you know, there are situations where your opponent's just like, well, I'm not going to block that Deadeye because I'm just killing you with Thunderbirds. So, you know, like that sort of example. It's not something you see often. And I do have flies which can block, but you know, being able to like sack, kill something and kill 2 things is pretty good. So I'm going to go for that here. You know, good health champion as well. Let's search for a game, shall we? So not too bad of a draft there. I'm going to do, well, we'll see if we find one, which we just did, so that's great. I'm going to do 1 game here, and then I'm probably going to go get some lunch, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll play more. To be determined. To be determined. Boom. So this is, you know, now that I've searched pretty much straight away. Alright, let's get another text message. Alright, so this is possibly someone who was in the same draft. Opening hand, not great, but I mean it's keepable. It's maybe we get rid of the emissary here if we play. When we play, we'll see. We obviously play this coin, and then turn 2. Depending on what I draw, I might put my rummager down first. Try to get to my shards because ideally I want to do a turn 3 fly, turn 4 fly. Would be not bad. So we're against Ruby. We did see a lot of good Ruby in that draft. I don't know if he was in the list. I didn't really look. So who knows? So I still didn't get the resource there. So let's increase the odds there by playing this out now. And there it is. So that's good. So I don't, obviously, I could, but I just don't. I want to keep the stuff on the board anyway. Instead of getting the extra, bounce a flight in my hand, replay it, make him discard another card. I will just get rid of the emissary here. So that seems fine. Ruby, obviously a lot of ground-based troops, so that's great. The Deadeyes are really good. And another reason for not playing it early is now he might, play 2 1-health troops, in the same turn or something, which is unlikely right now. But I'm not going to play these yet, right? So, he might play a 2-2 here, followed by, okay, he plays a bloody 3-3. It's a really good one too. So, that's annoying. That's very annoying. But now Deadeyes can deal with that. I'm not going to play a Deadeye just yet. I'll have to just take some damage. It's just not resource efficient. If I draw a resource, I can play 2 Deadeyes. So I'd rather do that here. Who said you were allowed to go eat lunch? You flew? I mean, I'm not yet. Don't worry. How you doing, Lime Killer? You know what? I haven't actually checked it yet, but I should probably check what my volume's at because it always changes. Every day, the control panel levels... Okay, it's actually at a decent amount. It's 76%, which is around where I like it. Wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy. So now he's going to, just buff that. I could double block, but that's... Maybe I should, but he he could have Freeze's Edge. Screw it. Whatever. Let's just do it. Do. Boom, boom, boom. So now, let's see what we draw. So Shaq. Oh, well, our fire for Liberty Flubs. Damn it. Oh well. We'll just make him discard some more. We've got this, so we'll draw more cards. So we're getting card advantage anyway, so that's why I didn't mind, losing these 2 Flubers anyway. So we've made him now lose a Ritualist and a Minstrel. So we've got the card advantage. That's fine. Is he going to swing? Wouldn't make too much sense unless he does have now a trick. Because this is a pretty good card. But yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Shard would be nice. Get down double Deadeye, swing for 2. And there it is. Great. Excellent. So I could, I've even got this I can use. So do I want to do that? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think I do it just yet, though. I think we just wait. Which, might be wrong. But, yeah, this is not really a threat. If he attacks with both, we just kill this, minus that, and now it's just flubes. It's not a threat by itself. It'll do a bit more damage once he plays this and swings with everything, but, I don't think we want to use this just yet. He could have some much more dangerous cards. So, is he going to swing here? He swings with just that. I mean, alright, I'll just take the one. That's fine. I mean, he could have done that, but that uses his turn, so I would have been happy for him to do that as well. So there's a nice card. So now I'm going to swing with these 2. Because, yeah, I mean, me taking one... I mean, he's got 4 open, so I'd be surprised if he doesn't... I mean, he could have... Is Runic Decay's not in Kismet Draft. So I don't have to worry about that. That would obviously be a really nice card for him. So he's actually going to trade, so I assume he's got a trade. No? Wow. Okay, well, I'm happy to do that. So, Yes, we lose an underworld troop there, but that's fine. Because now his pressure on me is pretty much non-existent. Non-existent. Where are the floobs? The floobs are everywhere, man. They're all around us. Alright, that's annoying. So he gets back to... Let me take a troop. Okay, so it's just a draw. Never mind. So he drew 6 bloody... No. How many cards? This guy was... It had an extra 3 damage on it. Anyway, whatever. Not much I can do about that. We can Shackling Strands here, swing with everything, so we're still okay. Shard would be decent. There's the resource. Alright, so let's do that. We don't want that dying. Now, as I was saying before, he's going to get a bit more damage out of that, but oh well. I could, if I wanted to, do this on this to kill a Blaze Elemental to stop 3 damage and 1 damage here. So that's an option, which I might do. Because, I mean, it depends what he does, right? You know, because, like, I have 4 damage here, 2 here. So, but I'm at a lot of health, so I could, you know, I don't have to try and, because I can't, it's unlikely I can kill him, you know, like this isn't going to do a whole lot, so we'll see what he does. If he goes for the Blazes here, I think I will just draw some cards, which will reduce my clock, but it's well, not really. So that's fine. Is he going to do that now? And then he gets to sack him at the end of turn. That's annoying. But yeah, so this is not getting in, so that's why now it's even more logical to get rid of it here. And I'm assuming he's going to do this. Alright, so yeah, that's annoying. Obviously, he played out. Hey, alright, you can ping my own troops. I forgot about that. Titty floobs. I didn't even realize what was happening. I just hit resolve. For some reason I thought, I don't know, that... I clicked too quickly, I guess. I didn't even realize what was happening. So that was a bit silly on me, because I could have done that, obviously. So that was bad. That was bad. Now, this is actually, yeah, I forgot that this is champion or troop. That's terrible. Because now this is in danger of dying next turn. He could have even killed it this turn if he really wanted to, which, yeah. So I'm in trouble. I'm in lots of trouble, my friends. Damn, I really punted there though. Like I needed to do that because I want to use this now. Yeah, that's the Flubadongers. Flubadongers. Oh well, we're just gonna have to say floobs. You know, that's the mistakes were made. Oh, hello. Hello there. Nice to meet you. I mean, I still get in 4 damage here, so that's pretty good. So yeah, Boglum. The problem is he's just got a lot of cards in hand. But anyway, let's swing for 4. Sadly, I can't kill this. But we'll get the Boglum down. Pizza giveaway for redemption? Pizza! So he's going to kill that now. Alright, that's fair. So minus that. Now he can do the double blaze kill here, which is almost certainly what he's doing. But then he's still, you know, and that's going to use 2 resources. So he's probably going to have a resource because, you know, he drew a lot of cards. So he's got the resource. So he's going to have 5 more resources. So if he has like just a kill, you know, if he can kill this, I'm obviously going to probably lose this. Not lose the game, but I'm going to be obviously in the worst position. It's gonna, you know, at the moment I'm in a good position, but that can easily change with just 1 removal card out of these 4. So he's got, you know, even if he wants to, like, he doesn't need to have premium removal like kill. If he has just even double crackling bolt, that'll do it, because he can do this, you know, kill here and then kill this off. I mean, yeah, and that would be what he will do if he has it. So we need him to not. So that's fine, I'm glad to see that, but that means these are coming out, and they're going to hurt. And then he's going to ping, so that leaves him 2 resources. It leaves him 2 resources, because he needs to kill my officer, so we know he's going to, you know. So, You know what? I might actually... No, I can't do that. So I have to take the 10 here, which is pretty floops, and maybe even 12. But yeah, so I take those. He pings here. It's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. So they're dead. That leaves him 2 resources open. So, yeah, I could be in trouble. But, you know, I'm still winning. So, pings here. So what do we need him to not... I mean, we need him to not have... I mean, Ruby Aura doesn't matter. But, let's see. Tooth... No, he can't do Tooth and Claw. That would obviously be really bad. But he can't do that. Drawing a Deadeye here would be good. Speed Troop's not bad. Speed Troop is not bad at all. Interesting. Interesting. So, he's got the 2 open. I think we just go in. I mean, it leaves up the hunger, which is nice. So in we go. Flippity flips. Because, you know, if this gets any crush damage in, we're going to get a blocker. So that's, you know, flippity flips. Now, I could have sacked this to kill there, but, you know, it's fine. I'd rather not, because I get to leave this open if he has something. Quick speed, which there's not a whole lot he could have here. Oh, he just quits. There we go. Pizza like the HexedHavoc will send me when Bitcoin is... yeah, exactly. No, when it is, I will. 100%. 100%, buddy. 100 million. I'll send you all the pizzas you want. Every pizza. Every pizza. I will give you all the pizza. So yeah, he didn't have a way to stop that, so that was good. So he did have several things that Spoil works good against, but I've already got the Deadeyes. But we can get rid of an Emissary. We don't really need that, it's a little slow. So that seems fine, let's do that. And he is on the plate as well. You're actually eating pizza right now from the hut. The hut is shit. It's shit pizza. At least it is here where I am in Australia, in my local Pizza Hut. Yeah, it was the last. I mean, the last time I had it was years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, and it was like I ordered the pizza, got it, and it had like no toppings, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I rang up and complained, and they were just dicks. They were dicks. So yeah. Anyway, so this is not a bad hand. We got a coin again, so we do that first. Got some good cards here again. So we've got the anti-aggro, so this is fine, even though I'm potentially going to be stuck. So that's pretty good. It's pizza flavored congealed grease. Yeah. Oh, he's got that again. What a fluke. Alright, we got the Deadeye. Yeah, we'll go with the Deadeye first. So if he has removal, we can turn it into a 2/2. Alright, he does. Flippity floobs. Now here's the problem. If I go to kill this, he just sacks it. And then he gets the damage over here. So I might as well just do this. That sucked. 10 Bomb Smith. Very nice curve for him. Yeah, I just have to do this. There's just not much point doing there. It still really sucks, as I don't really have a good hand here. Can I get... Alright, that's not bad. That's ideal. That's ideal. Now, as long as he doesn't have another removal, now we can block and kill there. So that would be... That's, you know, again, I'm still stuck, though. That's the problem. Downloading Doom from Steam. It's 70 gigabyte download, yeah. That is. It's all those textures. All those gigantic textures. So yeah, hopefully this can hold him back. I mean, if he attacks and I kill both, then I'm happy. But, you know, it depends on what he then... Alright, so he's going to go with that. Makes sense. So the problem is how, yeah, so that's annoying. Very annoying. And I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck, my friends! Ah! So the best I can really do here... See, if I leave this open, I'm almost certain he's going to just go ping. And I'm going to go, ah! So that's not really a viable option, and I need to get to shards anyway, so this is looking pretty bad. We're going to have to do this, probably get rid of the swoop. Yeah, oh man, I still didn't get a resource, so I'm fluber swooped. Yeah, I'm pretty dead. My brother has a wedding date with these fat pants who's using him for money. Oh. do 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 do. Sorry, I'm just sending a text. Am I dead yet? Alright, so what do we want to do here? This is already trading here, so I might as well minus this now. Looking pretty bad. It's really needing a shot, but yeah, I'm pretty much. I mean, it's whatever. Oh, titty flute. Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. Alright, so we get to kill one thing. Provided he doesn't have, you know, something for one, which he could have several things there. Blitz being one of them. So luckily he didn't, and we get another Deadeye. So that's... you know, at least this is the advantage of having a lot of 2-drops. I mean, I'm still obviously in a very, very bad position because he's about to do this as well. And this is going to rage up the Flubadix and... But, you know, it is one of the advantages of having a lot of 2-drops is even if you're stuck, you get to do stuff. I'm still pretty sure I'm dead. Especially if he plays like, you know, just a 6-drop or something. But yeah, I mean, you can do that again, so it's really bad. So yeah, this 2-drop doesn't really help me. Flippity dicks. Whatever. I think it's dead. So I think I'm dead, I should say. Pretty sure I'm dead. There's not, you know, even if I get a shot now, it doesn't really do a whole lot. And there's a double basher. Crikey. If I was him, I maybe would have waited till next turn to do the blazes with this. But I mean, I'm stuck on shards, so it is correct to just say, fuck it, I think you're dead. Which I am. So, you know. Flippity floobs, right? But there's the shard. I knew it was going to come now when it doesn't help me. Because I literally don't have a play. So, best I could do is spoil this, and that doesn't do anything. So, let's go to game 3. And let's, you know, that's running 17 shards too. Alright, so bloody blah. Yeah, let's just save. Don't mind if I lose here. If I lose here, I get to do another draft, so that's always good. It's always fun. What are you guys talking about? I told him if I'm going to the wedding, it's only to beat him up. What the floobs is going on? Alright, so, I mean, this guy's deck's beatable. He's so far, you know, seems pretty straightforward. He's got some annoying cards, like the Pinger, against my deck. But, doesn't seem to have, Alright, so this is fine. Doesn't seem to have, like, a lot of good value stuff. Just an aggressive floobs, so we'll play a Shaffy. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. You guys. Alright, so see what I draw. So another shard. So reason for not playing the coin is I definitely don't want to have too many shards. So we'll get to Buccaneer, his next play, which I'm expecting to see a Basher. If we see a Ruby, I mean, the Lasgow's Bloodsworn again. So no rubies, so we're not going to see either of those, so that's great. Now the downside is obviously I don't have to play myself, whereas I would have otherwise. But oh well, we'll just have to keep waiting. Sadly, you can't use this unless you have a troop, which is, you know, sucks. But that is the downside to it. So he's got the ruby now, so we're gonna see Basher or Bloodswan. Okay, we see the Minstrel. I'll bounce that. It's better than doing nothing again. Unless I draw like a 4-drop or... It's not a bad option. But let's just tempo the Fluber. Because otherwise he might slam down a bit too much. We'll do that. Get out of here. The fly is better, you know, it's better when your opponent's almost out of cards anyway. In a lot of scenarios, just because, you know, if he's got a lot of shards, he just ditches a shard, whereas if you wait till they've, you know, played out most of their shards, then they're going to lose something of actual worth. But yeah, so there's a Basher. We're going to see a Crackling Bolt. That's fine. It's just a Buccaneer. We sure all good. So, Rummager seems fine. Let's... You know what? I guess I probably ditched the coin just because it is a little slow. So we'll do this first, just so I might draw a normal shard. That's nice. So yeah, let's get rid of this now. And then we'll play the fly. And then next turn Dusteed, and then we actually have some good pressure. Got some removal, got some draw, got a charge power, so it's looking okay. So he's probably going to ditch, I mean, not maybe a shard. We'll see. Flippity floops. So he ditches the Pyromancer, which is fine. I guess he's getting rid of that because, you know, I have my charge power over here. So he's like, well, as much as I'd like to do it with this, you know, maybe he's got double power. Yeah, he does. There you go. That's actually the more, you know, he had the shard, so the fact that he kept the shard over this is why I was just, as he played, as I was saying, he probably has another one. You don't need two to make this worthwhile. Like, that's a lot of damage, you know, it's really, really fucking, it's really fucking, So, it's a bag of dicks, but I think we just take the 10. We're a high health champion, I mean, could double block this Flooge, but I think that's probably the wrong move. Either way, it still sucks to take 13. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I think I have to just take it, so... Flibbity floobs. Alright, so yeah, how much? What else is that? I don't know. Flibbity floobs. Alright, so we'll play this Floober. I think I swing and I kill the Elite Pyro with the charge power. Get rid of this. That's probably what I do. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I was gonna say maybe he'll trade there, but it seems a little bit silly. Oh, okay. That's annoying. what a dick. But oh well, we're now just gonna have to lose the fly. Gonna have to just lose the fly. Can't leave around that. Flibbity floops. I mean, this is fine because, you know, he's used the charge power, so that's not going to happen again unless he has a lot of, you know, a Sandstone Rumbler would suck, obviously. Shard into Rumbler, I would cry. So I shouldn't have said it because now it's going to happen, right? But, you know, this is just a 1-3, so it's looking okay still. I do need to get another sack target now. But, like that we can shackle. So that's fine. So now I get to swing for 5. Another resource sucks the nuts. But I will play it. If we do that, swinging for 5, we take 1 back. Unless he, you know, he does have that speed troop we saw. Might have some others, but it's not like we're going to play around that. So, might take more than 1. Might happen. If he tries to do removal, that's where we're happy, because then we can just do the hunger. So, right, yeah, we knew he had that still in hand. Why did he keep that? That's kind of strange. Oh, wow, he does have another... I shouldn't have said speed troops! God damn it, it took too much damage! No! Bad Kismet. Bad Kismet. You flooberdongers. That sucked. That wasn't worth the swing. Definitely not. What a floops, because that would have held this back. Then I could have just traded. I mean, this is really bad now. It's really, really bad. This hunger, that just, yeah. Not able to really, I can't risk using it here. So, I mean, I'm in a really bad spot. It's as simple as that. And, alright, that's what I was hoping to draw. That's pretty good. That's very good. So now I could swing. If I swing, this is then a 3 damage troop. I block. Minus that. I can't really afford to. I just have to play defense. Anyway. Flibbity floobs, flibbity floobs. Not great, because he does have, you know, he could have Burn to the Ground, he's got Crackling Bolt we've already seen. So, yeah. Flibbity floobs. Let's see, is he gonna come at me? I hope he does, like with this. Just flew in the floob hole. But, could swing with everything. Gets in 3 if I, well, yeah, so he does swing with everything. So what I could do, it might be the right play to, to pretty much block here, block there, then use this. So I won't kill it with this, but then I get to minus that, so then this stays alive. Because I do kind of need to use this. Because I, you know, if I don't, and I do, you know, like for example, I don't really want to take this damage. So I could just do that, and then I'll leave him with just that, provided he has nothing. Yeah, let's point the floobs. Maybe I should be doing it the other way around. Maybe I should be blocking here, block there, and then minus this, because this is only as big as, you know, how many troops he has. So that might be the right play. Obviously, and this is a bit more dangerous with its effect. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then if he has something here, then I potentially get flooped, but this play might still help. So we're going to do that. Yeah. Hopefully I draw 2 actual cards. You know, swoop would be okay, followed by, you know, another 2-drop would be fine. So we minus here. Take the 1. I mean, that's floops, because that's either a shot or, damn it. So yeah, so Cold Fly doesn't really do a whole. That's dangerous. Damn it. So all right, wait a sec. How many charges? 5, you fucker! God damn it! Titty floobs! Titty floobs, my floobs. Alright, so I'm at 9 health though, so I healed, so that's good. I might as well play this, and I might even sack it here to kill this. He has to draw a shard, and it's not like it's a huge amount of damage, so I probably just go to steal it. You know, I take the 3. This can defend me. Well, that's gonna hurt. So that's annoying. Tits. Tits. So, well, that's if he gets a shot, then he gets to swing with everything. I think I still just swing here. And just hope he doesn't get a shot. Because if he doesn't get a shot, then he doesn't get to swing. Because then I can just block here. You know, so... yeah, I think I just have to hope he doesn't get the shot. If he gets a shot, it's going to be annoying, but it's not the end of the world. He gets a shot, I take a guaranteed 3. I could then trade here if I want to, but I also could just take... like, if he swings with everything, I can just block there. take the 6, which is really bad, but then if I get a shard, I steal that. And then he doesn't have any damage left, you know, but just a 1, yeah. So I think that's what I'll do. It's a bit of a gamble. It's not a gamble I need to take, but I think it's the more likely one to get me the win in terms of finishing this off a bit quicker. And he does have to get a shard, or at least a charge. So, you know, him playing like a Charge Hulk or a Sandstone Rumbler. Alright, so he got the resource. That's super annoying. But oh well, I still think the choice was right. I'm not dead yet. Is he going to swing with everything? You would think so. No. Alright, well that's even better. Like, that makes that... makes my swing even better now. Because it's not like he has defense for my floobs. So let's see what the portal gives me here. So I do get a swoop, and now we have to... it's not bad if he gets some floobs there. So I think we have to kill that now, obviously. We're going to swing for 5, 6, 7. Leave back these 2. I guess I don't necessarily need to leave back both, actually. So no, there's no need to do that. So I swing with 3. And I'm actually swinging for Fatal, so that means he has to block probably here. So that's very relevant. So let's go. The Holt is pretty good, but he has to draw a quick speed floobs for that to be relevant. But if he does, it'll be pretty funny, you know. But there's a lot of basic speed stuff. Him drawing like a... Let me just make sure I'm doing this right here. So then I'm going to use that. Obviously, it would have been nice to get a resource, but it's not like getting the swoop was bad. So we full swing. Yeah. He very likely blocks here. This is just better. Yep. So it's looking like I'm going to win. As I definitely sack here. Get rid of this. I mean, this doesn't even kill me. So, you know, if he draws a shard, you know, I don't need to do this. But I might as well, right? Because that leaves him with nothing. So, and I don't need the fly anymore. So, really, he's out is... I shouldn't say it, but Burn to the Ground is a win condition for him. A Sandstone Rumbler is a win condition for him. Like, that would be a bag of dicks. Like, both of those would be a bag of dicks, because I can't... So that's... There we go. We win the game. So, the Wolvier Basher not going to do it. So, that's the end of that one. So, we got there. Let's see what portal card we get, just for shits and giggles. It's a floobs. Alright, we get a Dingle Dance. Alright. So, technically, he's not dead yet. Technically. But, he's going to have... I mean, well... you know what's going to happen now, right? You guys know. He's going to draw the friggin' Rumbler or a Burn to the Ground. The 2 cards I mentioned. That would be so many dicks. If he does. Or he's going to get the quick speed thing that kills me when I don't have the Holt anymore. Please don't get a Rumbler or a Burn to the Ground. Please? If he does, it'll be fucking hilarious for you guys. I'll be pretty mad. It'll also be pretty funny. But, like, because the odds, the odds of him, might have, like, one of each of those at most in a deck. It's not often you get those cards. They're both very high priority picks. So if he's sitting there just, like, cackling right now as he's sitting on a Rumbler, and he can just go, bam, 6 damage exactly, or, Burn to the Ground for 6 damage exactly, that would... I would not be happy. I would not be happy. Alright, so he didn't get anything. I don't know if he actually played what he had there. I looked down at my phone, so anyway. We got the win, flibbity floobs. A Rumbler does kill me. Because it gives him, like, if he's got the right gem in it, which is gain charges. Oh, I had Dingle Dance. You're right. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, I was forgetting about the Dingle Dance. Yeah. You're right. So, yeah, obviously it would have only been Burned to the Ground then. But, yeah. You are right, good Sarah. You are right. So, yeah, that went well. Gets me back to 9. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get my lunch ready soon. And I got to organize some floobs for this person texting me. So, yeah, that was that. So, not my usual... I mean,